What up, YouTube? What's cracking with you? It's your boy, pizzle4420. What's cracking with you? Coming to you live and direct from my fucking little hellhole in the P. See how y'all are doing? We had a shitty day. You know that song, we had a bad day? Yeah, that was us. We had a bad day. The worst team in the NFL came through and beat the shit out of us. We literally we got beat like a redheaded stepchild and shit when we didn't do our fucking homework or we came home late. Can't believe this shit. Man, it was just a disgrace. Quarterback play was mid. Obviously, everybody's shouting for Gardner Minshew's job, put in AOC, whatever. Let's put him in. Let's see what he could do. I'm down. But when that don't work, then what? Then we're going to go back to Gardner? We're just going to play, musical quarterback all year. Every time someone messes up and, throws an interception or whatever, we're just going to pull them out the game. I don't think that's going to work. But you never know. You never know how things are going to work in this organization. Once again, the coaching let this team down, let the fan base down. Everybody who showed up blacked out. Everybody let's black out. People show up. And we didn't do what we needed to do, man. That's, disappointing. That's the season opener. That makes, AP look bad. It makes the Raider organization look bad. And the players really looked bad. I mean, it makes the whole thing was just a shit show. I don't even know what to even think, man. Like, I got the score wrong. I thought we were going to beat the crap out of them, but nope. They beat the crap out of us. I really didn't think Andy Dalton had it in him. He ain't played in a year. He's old as hell. We made him look like Brett Favre out there. We made him look like he was a Hall of Fame quarterback. What happened to the defensive line? What happened to this elite ass defense we got? What up, Gord? Yeah, you ain't lying about that, Gord. It's sad, all right. It's so sad. I didn't even really want to come down here and do a reaction, but I kind of had to because, man, I just can't believe how bad we fucking sucked today. It was horrible, man. I mean, a hooker couldn't have sucked any harder than we did today. What up, Anthony Estrada? What's cracking with you? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. We definitely need some get this coaching adjustments going, man. We went in there at halftime and just came out flat. What happened in the first quarter? Like, the defense just came out blah. It didn't come out to play. It's like, what I was worried about is playing down to our competition. That's what I was worried about earlier this year. Last week I was saying that's what we typically do is play down to our competition. Look, we played the fucking AFC Championship runner-ups last week, beat them. Then we come in and play an 0-2 team, and we got the brakes beat off us. We like, what the hell? Where's the consistency at? Like, I don't even know, man. The boy is just disgruntled. I mean, there's nothing more we could do. It's out of our hands. All we could do is show up and root. Crosby, when he was in the game, he was getting dominated. When I watched the plays I was watching, he was getting dominated on. Wilkins had an all right game. He got a sack at least, got a little pressure. Nothing else though. I don't see anybody else out. Messed up his knee. I don't know how long he's going to be out. But yeah, I mean, man, today was just horrible. Horrible. Run the ball, throw it, punt it. Like, it just reminded me of like 1980s football, 85, 83, 84. It's just run the ball. This is what you get when you say, like I knew last year when he said, I want to run the ball 30 times a game. What did I say? I guarantee you can go back and you'll find out. I said, there's going to be a whole lot of 3 and outs. So that's 80s football. He wants to go back to doing 80s and 90s football, man. It's not. That's not how this. That's not how the NFL is. Uh, the NFL has moved on from that kind of from that era. They don't want that. The only way you're going to be able to run the ball 30 times a game is if you got a lead, especially with this team, because there's no way in hell. Well, I can't take that. I got to take that back. Last week, Minshew carried this team on his arm. This week, he came out looking shady. I don't know. He looks sad as fuck. There's nothing. And yeah, AOC, he came in. He looked all right, but garbage time for me. I mean, it's fourth quarter. There's 4 minutes left. I mean, they ain't trying to. The game was way out of reach. It's not like they were, they're trying to come super hard on them or nothing. Yeah, I could be surprised, dude. We lost. We beat an AFC championship team last week, and then we come and play an 0-2 AFC team, and we get blown out. That's just straight. You can't get any more pathetic than that. I mean, really, the guy hasn't played in a year. I mean, what was going on with Patrick Graham? Didn't change any of the defensive scheme. Well, I didn't like any. I didn't want to bring Marvin Lewis in here. I didn't want to bring any of these guys in here. Actually, I think it was all just a big waste of money. If you're going to hire Marvin Lewis as a side coach, you might as well have hired him as a head coach. If he's just going to be an entourage for AP, I mean, you should have just hired him for the job, or Tom Coughlin, whatever. I mean, what do you bring him in here for? For me, it's like you're just wasting money and time. Like this ain't. I mean, I want it to work out because I don't want to waste another 4 more years because that's what it's going to be. The guy's going to get another year or two, and then we're going to, guarantee you, everyone's talking about Patrick Graham right now because his defense sucked today. Can't stop the run. Just come on, man. You can't be physical. Being physical in football is, to me, is one. It's just not hitting. It's running the ball and stopping the run for me. If you can't run the ball and you can't stop the run, you're not physical. You can't be physical if you're not doing that. Anybody could hit somebody who catches the ball. Being physical is getting off your block and making a tackle, sticking your head in there. That's what that means to me, plugging up your lane, not being out of position. But, everybody's, until we get that worked out, man, it's going to be a long season, man. It's, I'm just really surprised. I'm dumbfounded right now. Well, yeah, we could, Anthony, because he did 2 weeks ago in LA. That was another opener for us. AP opened up down there in Compton or in LA in his hometown, and he shit the bed there too. And then he goes over here to Las Vegas, and he shits the bed again. It's like I like his energy and all this stuff, but at the same time, I was just thinking the same. I said this earlier. How long is this energy, or how long do they want to play for AP? They're not bought in right now. You can see the defense gave up. They're not bought in right now. The offense ain't bought in. This team ain't bought in right now. There's no identity. What's the identity of our team? Losing? Yeah, that's all right, letting them be, but they're supposed to be advising on them. What up, all eyes on G? They're supposed to be advised. That's what we brought him here, is to advise him, to be an advisor, to help guide him on these on some of this stuff. Like calling timeouts, game time decisions, dude. Well, we're paying. We brought him here to help him make these game time decisions, and they ain't doing shit. It's a waste of damn money. This whole thing is gonna, this whole thing is gonna be a waste of time. Because Yeah, the players want to play for them, but it don't matter if the players want to play for them and they're losing. We're still losing. What the fuck? Everybody's like, I'm gonna want to trade if we don't get AP. Well, you guys got AP, and look at you. Look at the way you're playing. You're gonna light some fucking cigars and celebrate losing, because that's what the fuck you've been doing. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. This shit is just crazy to your boy. This shit is just nonsense. Like I had a feeling that this energy that everybody had, we gave them, and this is why you can't even be mad at Mark Davis, right? Because all the fans said, "Oh, we want AP." All the players say, "We want to play for AP." And they got what they wanted, and now look what they did. They're like spoiled kids. They're like spoiled little brats and shit. They get their way, and then now they don't perform. They're like, "Fuck it, we got our way." Now they're running the fucking roost. Now they're running the asylum, and we're over here looking like dumbasses, rooting for some shit rooting for people that are giving half-ass effort. These guys make millions of dollars a year. Do you really think any of these guys go home Saturday night that they fucking lost? No, these guys are driving Maseratis, fucking Lamborghinis, making fucking multi-fucking $1 million per fucking game. They don't give a fuck about winning and losing. They give a fuck about their pocketbook. And this is what pisses me off. These guys in baseball, all these fucking sports, dude. These guys are making generational wealth off of fucking standing there doing shit that kids do. Yeah, well, I think they just sat Minshew down because it's the last part of the quarter. I don't think that. I don't really think that AOC is going to start next week. I could be wrong, but I think that they're still going to go with Minshew. I think it's still early. I think they just got him in there to get some reps to see what he was looking like. But I could be wrong. I mean, that's what I would do. There's no point in leaving your starter in there, and there's no way you're coming back with 4 minutes left. So, you get the backup to garbage time and let him come in and see what he can do. At least that's what I would do. The same thing I would have done this year during preseason. I would have played these guys more, and I would have scrimmaged with other fucking teams. The shit that everybody else does in the NFL that we seem to not fucking be doing anymore. Like this shit's gone all ass backwards. Yeah, I don't really think the quarterback's going to change anything, Anthony Estrada. I really don't think it is, because you still got no running game. Ain't got no running game, dude. That means you're one dimensional. That means you're going to throw the ball all the fucking time. You don't think these guys are just going to pin their ears back on 8? I do. Actually, I actually do want to see him start, because I want to watch. I want to just watch him get fucking crushed, and then that'll just put the whole. Oh, he could do the same thing that Gardner does. I just want to see him go in there and get sacked like 10 times in one game, and then that whole fucking thing will be over for me. Because to me, it's just this whole thing is just nonsense. Who's better than who? They both suck. Neither one of them are better than either one of them. Let's just be honest. One's just making more money. One's making $15 million. So you're going to start. You're going to start the guy you're paying $1 million. You're going to start the guy you're paying $15 million. For me, it was an easy. That's why it wasn't even a thought of who was going to start for me this off season. It's because you obviously brought this guy in and you're paying him more money. To me, it's just fucking common sense. Yeah, dude, I don't care what side of the fucking ball you're on. It starts on the offensive line and it starts on the defensive line. And if you ain't got if the offensive line is getting its shit pushed in all after fucking noon, then it's getting its shit pushed in. That's it. They're getting their shit pushed in, and so is the defensive line. So is fucking Spillane. All these guys were fucking. And what's the other fucking guy that came in for the other guy? I can't remember his name. But man, these guys look just fucking horrible, man. That is just crazy. I didn't even get to watch the whole game. I only got to watch pieces of it on on Red Zone. But the parts that I did see was just utterly just disgusting. Yeah, Masterson, or yeah, Masterson, whatever. Yeah, Luke Masterson. Yeah, he looked horrible, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're throwing him to the dogs right now, dude. He's not ready. Look, I'm not saying AOC doesn't have a bright future. He does. But I just don't think he's ready to go in yet. Just like I don't think Bryce Young is ready to go in yet. They don't got any weapons over there. These, you're basically throwing him to the wolves. And if you guys want to break his confidence, and that's what you're going to do, then that's fine. Yeah, I'm not. No, dude. Go look at Minshew's footage when he was at Washington State, dude. When he's in the run and shoot offense, he's just not running the right offense, dude, and he's not confident. You give him the run and shoot offense, dude, and he'll chew him up. Just go look at it. I'm telling you, he was on fire. They're just not using the right. They're not using him right. They're not calling the right fucking plays. It's not the right offense for this for what we have. The West Coast offense is not what the Raiders run, dude. We are not a West Coast offense team. We never have been. I know John Gruden likes to run that bullshit, but that's not what we are. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If we just feed him to the wolves again, dude, he is going to be the same. It's the same thing's going to happen. He's going to go in there and he's going to throw 3 flies up and he's going to throw another pick 6 or whatever. And I understand, dude. Like I know the offensive line sucks. I know we can't run the ball. You have to be able to run the ball to help the quarterback. Like Minshew can't do play action pass if you can't run the fucking ball, bro. No one's going to bite on the play action. Adams needs to stop dropping the fucking ball. That's what he needs to do. He needs to get his head on right. I don't know if he wants to be here, if he wants to go. Myers looked good today. Jacoby Myers, he scored a touchdown. He looked pretty decent. He scored the last touchdown. I think he scored the AOC touchdown, which is all good. Like I said, I don't care who plays. I want the better player to play. I have no tie to any of these players, dude. My tie is to this right here. This guy right here. See that's my tie. That's who I love. That's my stats. I don't know players. I don't care about players. I don't care about player stats. I don't care about any of the player data. I don't care about wins, catches. All I care about is wins and losses. That's all I care about. Your eye, the eye. The eye tells you. Does the eye tell you we have a number 12 offensive line? No. Does your eye tell you we have a 17 ranked defense or 18 ranked defense? No, it doesn't. I don't care what logistics say. I don't care what the numbers say. Your eye is good enough to tell you whether or not this team is any fucking good or not, and it's no fucking good. Yeah, he's not comfortable. Mitch's definitely not comfortable, bro. He's not comfortable in the pocket because he keeps getting hit from the blind side, like from fucking Miller got trucked a couple of times like the first couple of weeks. When you get trucked, when you get hit from the blind side, dude, you're getting ready to throw the ball and somebody crushes you in the middle of your back. You're gonna get happy feet, bro. And that's what'll happen to O'Connor. O'Connor, if we fucking keep him in there, he's gonna end up like Alex Smith or Derek Carr. He's just gonna end up just folding because that's what happens when you get sacked 50, 60 times a year, 40 times a year. Look at Joe Burrow, dude. I mean, Joe Burrow's got hella heart. I'll give him that. He got sacked 50 or plus times more his first year, but he took it on the chin, and he's still in there throwing. You know, I wish we had Joe Burrow. Let me tell you that. And, well, yeah, the line wasn't that much better last year either. It's not the same line, but it's pretty close. And yeah, I mean, we didn't. We're sitting on 40 million, and we didn't even do anything. We didn't go out and get any offensive linemen. We got Whitehair. That guy fucking sucks. Like, come on, dude. I mean, it's just a lot of bad decisions making. You know, the organization just can't get out of its own way. That's the only way. That's the only thing that I could. The only way I could put it is these guys just can't get out of their own way, man. You know, you can't make the right decision. I know Mark wants to. You know, he wants to be like any other owner and just give the keys to somebody and say, "Here, make my team good and let's go win a Super Bowl." But there's not that many coaches that are out here that are capable of doing that. Yeah, no, we definitely got to run it, but we tried to run some of the power today, and we look like power. We look like shit trying to run the power today. So that's the other thing, dude. 1 minute we're running zone, the next minute we're running power. The zone's not working out, the power's not working. Let's go back to zone. Let's go back to power. Like these guys need to make up their fucking minds, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna stick with? Oh yeah, well, he's funny, dude. I just think that this team needs to get its shit together, dude. It's only week 3. It's still early, but man, now that was an 0-2 team, dude, that came in and just stomped a mud hole in our ass, bro. They looked like they were going to the Super Bowl today. Yeah. like, I'm just fucking. It's just crazy, your boy. I, I don't know how much longer we can ride like this. Right now, our pirate ship is hit a sandbar again, bro. We just got off the sandbar with fucking what's his name last year. Now we're back on the sandbar. Like what the fuck, bro? I thought we were finally getting out into the open ocean. We were about to go do some raiding. Nope, we gotta go hit a sandbar. What the fuck? We got the wrong captain leading the ship, bro. Got the wrong captain leading the ship. The defense just wasn't even there today. They let this guy put up what 28 points or something. They let him put up 28 points, 4 touchdowns, probably 500 yards or something ridiculous, or 300 yards, 300 touchdowns, or 3 touchdowns, some crazy shit. I know he's the first guy to do it all season right now. He threw for 3 touchdowns and over 300 yards or some shit. Like we let a 40-year-old guy who ain't played for a year come in here and crack off on us like that. Shake my fucking head. Unbelievable. I don't. It's crazy. It's all right. I'm still gonna rock my gear. I'm still gonna be walking around with my head held high. What I will say is, at least the Niners fucking lost too. I'm happy about that. Fuck them. How about that? Definitely fuck the Niners. I don't know if KC won or not. I didn't watch the last part of the late game, but they ripped him off last week. Joe Burrow should have beat him. Crazy. What you guys thinking? What did you guys think of the performance today? You think it was as bad as I'm thinking? Are you embarrassed? Were you embarrassed to watch your team out there looking like crap? Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're all used to it, bro. But it doesn't make it easier going down. I mean, am I gonna have a bad week over it? No, but I'm still fucking pissed off about it. You know, I'm just gonna let the hoe go because that's what you got to do. But you know, it's on to the next week. But we can't. We don't start coming up with an offensive plan better than what we got. Like I was saying this last night. We literally have an offensive coordinator's dream, dude. Like try to match up against us. Like unless you're a shitty play caller and you got no offensive line, which is and we got no run. I don't know what I don't know. We definitely got some stuff that we got to iron out here. And we're not gonna. And Zeus ain't getting it done. And home the other dude that came in, he looked pretty good. Not Madison. Yeah, Madison. Madison looks good. He looks better than Zeus, but by the time you bring him in, you get these guys are give the guy the hot hand, the guy with the hot hand who's getting a yard every time he carries it. That guy doesn't have the hot hand, bro. If he's getting 1 yard per carry, get the fuck out of here. Bring somebody else in here. Let that guy ride the pine, bro. You got to go ride the bench. 1 yard a carry, and then what's with all these screen passes still? Like you got to go down the field. We went down the field with Tucker one time. Last week in the fourth quarter, we were going down the field. We were fucking, like what the fuck happened to the game calling, the play calling, man? Why can't this guy fucking call a game where you're not throwing a screen every other fucking play, and you're not throwing a 5 yard fucking curl route or a fucking slant or an in or whatever? Like, let's fucking open the fucking playbook up, dude. Fuck. What the fuck is the problem? You got 4 fucking plays in your playbook or what? I might start doing a little whiteboard breakdown and shit of who on these our offense versus these defensive players and on these matchups and how we should be attacking these defenses. I think I might start doing a show on doing that because our tight end should be able to tear up any linebacker or any safety that they got. Like that's not even a matchup. You're going to double team him or you're going to double team Adams, right? I mean, come on, Adams shouldn't even be a competition. Like you can't have Adams one-on-one with anybody. You're going to give Adams the ball. At least you fucking should. Same thing with Bowers. Bowers one-on-one, you should give him the ball. Same thing with Jacoby Myers. You one-on-one, you give him the ball. Whoever's one-on-one is going to get the ball, man. That's the deal. And you got to catch it. That's doing your job. Block when it's a running play. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly, Anthony. So it was the same thing as they did the first 6 quarters. And everybody's blaming the quarterback and shit. Like, no, dude, look at the fucking play calls this guy's fucking calling, dude. You got to fucking put the ball down the field. When you hit him with that 50-yard pass, Tucker with that 50-yard pass, dude, we were hyped. It started, and what they start doing? They went right back to the 1 yard run. Dude, stop running it on first down and throw it on first fucking down. You don't have to, you don't have to throw it on first, second, and third, but throw it on first, maybe run it on second, or throw it first and second and run it on third. I don't know. It depends on where you are and on the yardage on third down. But what you don't do is keep running it on first down because they know you're running on fucking first down. What the fuck? Stick a play action pass in there then, so at least they'll stop. They think they're going to stuff the run. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a quarterback coach over there, and supposedly Adams really likes the guy or something, and that's why he got the job. But he sucked last year. He was the Chicago Bears offensive coordinator, and look at what Justin Fields did. He looks horrible, but look at Justin Fields now. He's over there lining it up because they got him in a fucking system that fucking Getsy's not calling. How about that? Getsy's not over there fucking the kid's career up. Like, people don't understand the offense that these guys come up with for these kids. A lot of them don't fucking do what the kids do good. Right now, they're over there. The offensive coordinator over there at the Broncos has figured out what he does good, and they're using it to their advantage. Over here, we're not doing that. We're doing the exact fucking opposite. We're doing the shit that they're not good at. We're making safeties in the fucking linebackers. Why the fuck you want to do that? We're making fucking defensive ends into defensive tackles. Why the fuck you do? Just fucking draft a defensive fucking tackle and get a fucking linebacker. If Diablo's not good enough at safety, get rid of his fucking ass. Get a fucking real linebacker. Go to fucking Penn State and draft one. That's all fucking Penn State's known for is fucking linebackers. Where do you think Matt Millen came from? Yeah, the Steelers, whatever. You're right, Estrada. Getsy is a big problem. There's no doubt about that. I actually think I think he's about probably 75-80% of the problem. The rest is the coaching staff not getting these offensive linemen coached up. This offensive line, whoever the offensive line coach is, isn't getting the job done. Neither is the defensive coaching line. Like, the AP needs to start cracking the whip on these dudes. We're going into week 4. They had the whole offseason, and the offensive line is playing like fucking this? Come on, man. The defensive line is playing like this too? Like, they've been cracking since July, bro. We're in the fucking up towards the end of September right now. And this is how you're fucking playing? That's pathetic, bro. Straight fucking pathetic. Yeah, well, you're right, he is pussyfooting around. But while he's doing that, look what he's doing to Gardner Minshew's reputation. He's making him look like shit. He's making the whole team look like shit. Like, how you're literally throwing a fucking, I'm sure you guys were kids, you were fucking around and one of your friends would roll by with a bike, you stick a fucking broomstick in his spokes and shit and lock his tire up. That's exactly what the fuck Getsy's doing. He's sticking a fucking stick in our fucking spokes right now in our front tire. Fucking joke, bro. Fucking everything up. Yeah, exactly. It is compatible. Dude, AP said, oh, yeah, I want to bring in an offensive coordinator that scores 24 fucking points a game. And then he brings in a guy that scores 16 fucking points a game. Imagine that. Why would you hire somebody that's not even qualified for the job that you fucking want? Dude, he don't even fit your qualifications, but we're going to hire him anyway. That's just what I do. Woo. Yeah, that Tom Gable shit, he's got to go. I ain't with that shit. I hate that fucking guy. His offensive line fucking sucks. Yeah, your boy wanted that offensive coordinator from the fucking from the from the Lions, Ben Johnson. That's who I wanted for our head coach. Or Lou Alipiano, the guy from the defensive coordinator from Cincinnati, and he would have been a good defense. He would have been a good coach too, a good head coach prospect too. I didn't want Callahan, the offensive coordinator from the Bengals, because that's Bill Callahan's son, and fuck Bill Callahan. He was already here. He's the one who gave fucking Gruden our Super Bowl. Well, no, it's also Shanahan. Yeah, well, Shanahan's dad brought that shit over, but he got that shit from Bill Walsh. All those guys got all this fucking shit from Bill Walsh. Like, Shanahan's running the same offense his dad ran in the Niners in '95 when they won the Super Bowl, because that's what Shanahan was the offensive coordinator for the Niners in '94 when they won the Super Bowl. So that's why Shanahan runs that offense like he does, because his dad basically he's mastered it. It's the same shit. You could go back and check it out. But who's real? The real coach that I really like is Sean McVay. That guy is fucking. He's on his shit. I like how smart he is. I like his offense. But there's a snowball chance in hell we're getting that guy anytime soon. Because if I was the Rams, I wouldn't be giving that guy up. And I think Shanahan's on his way out. And hopefully we don't get that fucking guy. We won't ever hire Shanahan because Al Davis and his father, still probably got that lawsuit going on. I think Al owed him $1 million. Al told him to go fuck himself. How about that? That's why fucking Shanahan used to love to come to fucking and beat up on the Raiders, dude. Mike Shanahan used to love to come and beat up the Raiders. Him and Al Davis hated each other. I think I just think Zamir White can't get out of his own way. Right? Like my boy Ben says, my boy Raider Ben 2.0. Go check out his channel. Go sub. He says Zamir White could run into a light pole in the desert. And he ain't lying. Like, he can't see. And he can't he trips over himself. He runs into the acid of his own players and falls over really easy. Like, you don't, the wind blows 2 miles an hour and that dude will fall over. He's like one of those little mini goats that you scare and they just fall over. You see those? Yeah, that's him. That shit's hilarious. Those little goats are funny. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. We definitely need to get this running game going. Madison, one of these dudes got to step up, man. Got to step this shit up. Why did we get rid of Tom Gable if we brought in the same kind of offensive line coaching idea as him? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, if we wanted that, we would have just kept Tom Gable. What the fuck? Like, these are the stupidest fucking things like I'm talking about, dude. Like you couldn't tell our offensive line was ass with Tom Gable. Like this is the thing that I'm talking about. Like the eye test that we keep talking about, bro. Like people look at numbers and think, oh, well, the numbers say this. Well, what's your eye tell you? Because my eye tells me there's no fucking way. You have to be fucking. There's no way that any of these guys, any part of this team passed the eye test this week. Nothing. The only thing that we did this weekend that was a plus is we might have got a sack. Well, we definitely got a sack, but other than that, the rest of the shit was horrible. Yeah, I know he came in with Gruden. Yeah, Gable's. That's why he was our interim coach. Because when Gruden left the first time, or Callahan left, or whatever, he was our head coach back in 03 or 04 or whatever. Can't remember. People were saying we should have hired him for our head coach too. I remember that shit too. We should hire that guy for our head coach. I was like, oh God, no, please don't do that. He was horrible. He did an okay job, but he's not. None of these guys are head coach material, dude. That's why they're interim. You know what I mean? Like, you really think you're going to bring in a special teams guy? I'm not clowning, but he's not qualified to be a head coach here. To be a head coach, he's qualified for special teams work. I'm not clowning. Some coaches have it, and some coaches don't. AP does got something about him, but it's I don't know if it's going to be enough to motivate this team to get the victories that we need. Unless the plan is not to get any victories. Like I was saying, I mean, this team, this roster is stacked, dude. Any quarterback should be able to come over here and win games. But you can't win games if you can't run the ball and you ain't got no O-line. We're stacked. The defense, it needs to work. Needs some more work. But if the offense was holding up their end of the deal, then maybe they wouldn't be out there as long. And maybe they wouldn't be looking as crappy. Maybe they're over there looking at the offense like, what are you doing? We're carrying the whole team. We're tired of carrying you guys. Do something. But everybody knows that supposedly the defense is supposed to be the the elite part of this team, at least. Wasn't Lane Kiffin? All right. But he just came in with Gruden the last time. But yeah, all right. I don't know. I just know that he was over there. I just know that he was our interim coach. You're lucky I can remember anything other than last night. Lane Kiffin is funny, dude. That guy's been trying to beat Nick Saban for the last 6 years. Couldn't do it. Now Saban's retired. And he's finally got his team ranked number 5 or something, or number 4 Ole Miss, and he's still ain't gonna get a chance to beat Bama. Yeah, a lot of people came back from with Gruden that second stunt that we had back in the day. I was like, that made me not want to. That made me not like some of his coaching staff decisions. We gave that guy too much power. Absolute power means absolute corruption. His Y2 banana, whatever. Like I said, we're not a West Coast offense team. Was he the greatest thing since sliced bread? Since we were winning in the 80s? For sure. When he came here in 98, when they came back in 96, and then he came here in 98. 98 to 03 was the best span we had since the 70s and 80s. And we were right there. We could have won two or three bowls with that team. But it just wasn't meant to be. He had us on lock for 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row. Finally bit the cusp, and then we lost to him. Yeah, well, Mark. Well, the problem is Mark don't know nothing about football. All eyes, and he's fucking around. I guess eating popcorn and fucking around over there while his dad was, it's partly Al's fault. Al didn't take him under his wing and say, "This is how we need to run this team later on in life." Maybe he don't even care about running the team. Maybe he just has a team running the team right now because his mom's alive, and when his mom dies, he's gonna sell it. Who knows what plan he's got? This might just be a temporary thing for him. He acts like he doesn't fucking care about the Raiders. He cares about the Aces, but he acts like he don't even care about the Raiders. The Raiders are like his redheaded stepchild. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. I don't think he even takes this seriously. But the Davises were always the broke team in the NFL. They've always been the short of money team. But the other thing, that kills football is basically, I've said this before. When you got rid of these long contracts back in the day, you could lock these guys in for 7-10 years. And you had these groups, these offensive line like Upshaw and Shell and all these other guys, right? They played together for years and years and years. You don't get that anymore because people want to get paid. And once that happened in the 80s, once players were able to move around with the free trade and stuff, it ain't been the same since. Deion Sanders was the first guy to take advantage of that. He's going back and forth in between the Cowboys and the Niners, winning Super Bowls. Before that, he was locked in with the Atlanta Falcons. But as soon as he got out of that contract, he only wanted to sign a 1 or 2 year contract. He was a hot commodity, and he wanted to go where he could go win Super Bowls. Although it did take the Niners, the whole Dallas Cowboys defense to beat them. But that's neither here nor there. Like they turned the NFL communist. They're like, oh, these guys, all the teams that are spending money are going to be the teams that are winning. That's why they hated on, Before Eddie D showed up, Al and fucking Jerry Jones were spending the most money. But then fucking Eddie DeBartolo showed up and started spending big bank, buying all the players, treating them like fucking kings. That's why everybody in the in the 80s wanted to be a Niner. All the players. Everybody wanted to play for the Niners because Eddie D rolled out the red carpet for these dudes, took them to Hawaii, all that shit. Is a class act owner for sure. Taking care of their kids, making sure that they had daycare for their kids. All the players had to worry about was playing the game. Eddie D took care of everything else, the wives, the kids, everything. The only thing the players needed to do was show up and play on Sunday and do their fucking job. And they did. And it was successful. Very successful. And there's no doubt about that. Can't argue that. You can't argue with when people want to come to your organization because other players are happy. They know that. The Raiders seem to be like a place where people's careers people go to end their careers, not to flourish in their careers, which is sad because this organization used to take these guys that had a couple of years left in them, that actually had the will, that had something to prove, because they're like, yeah, I do got something still left in me, and I got something to prove to my old team or all these other people in the NFL that I got something left, and I was able to harness some of those players, and that's why he kept trying to go to the well, because it worked a couple of times, but it doesn't work every time. And we need to get out of that mindset, because that's the mindset we've been having for the last 40 years. Like, we bring in these high dollar players. Some of them turn out good. Some of them don't. I can't complain about Richard Seymour or I can't remember his name right now. I was just thinking of it. But, but Sapp, I think Sapp came over here and took advantage of us. I think there's a bunch of dudes that came over here and took and just took our money and didn't really put out any effort, and that sucks. Yeah, complacent. Exactly, dude. There's a lot of complicity going on around here right now. Yeah. Yeah. You ain't lying about that. But Mark basically is a rich kid. He's super rich now. He went from 6 million to 6 billion. So yeah, he's super rich now. And then, he's still, like I said, he's got the aces. I don't know how much money that's bringing him. It can't be bringing him too much money because no one's watching the WNBA. And no, you can't make people want to play football, dude. You can't make somebody be Jerry Rice that don't want to be Jerry Rice. Like Chad Ochocinco. I don't know if you ever seen his his 60 or his his little football thing that they do. But he said he wanted to be Jerry Rice, and Ray Lewis laughed at him. He said, "You don't got the work ethic to be Jerry Rice," and he ain't lying. You want to be Jerry Rice? You better get up, and you better get up real early in the morning, and you better go put in some serious work, dude. That's all I can tell you. They break his shit down in 20-year intervals. I mean, it's just crazy what records he got, and he wasn't even in a plat. If he was out there right now, he'd be blowing all these dudes out the water. John, I don't even think he was the best wide receiver on that team. I honestly think John Taylor was better than Jerry Rice. Big bodied, he's faster. John Taylor was the shit. Todd Christensen, the Raiders tight end in the 80s, he was the shit too. He wanted to be a preacher just like Derek Carr. But he was super sick. He was super tight. We always had these. I always tried to bring over these fast wide receivers. Willie Gault couldn't catch the ball if you handed it to him. But once in a while he'd catch it, but he wouldn't be able to catch it and keep running. He'd catch it and fall down. Kind of like Tucker. It's exactly kind of the same way that Tucker plays. He'll run, he'll try, and then he'll jump and he'll get it. Yeah, well, there you go. I don't know how they're not even making any. The WNBA, the only way they make money is because the NBA fucking floats it every year. It's a tax write-off for them. Because there's really, apparently, there's nobody going to those games except I heard that girl from Iowa or whatever's like the big star in there right now. The girl that was battling with the girl from LSU or whatever for the championship or whatever. I heard she's like the number one attraction and everybody's hating on her. I can't remember her name right now. I'm not good with names. But yeah, that shit's funny to me. The year before, the girl from Louisiana beat her for the championship, and then this year she beat her. She beat the girl from Louisiana for the championship or something. Everybody in the league is hating on her because everybody wants to go see her. Yeah, Caitlin Clark. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're all hating on Caitlin Clark and shit. And what's funny is she's the one that's bringing the money in. Like, why are you hating on somebody who's bringing the money in, dude? You should be happy that people want to go and see her and that are bringing money to the game, fool. The more people that want to go watch her show up to your game. Means you get more money in the box office, means you get more asses in the seat, which means you get more asses, which means you get more money. But these people are just they're more self-centered, dude. Like, we got a whole generation of self-centered fucking people, man. It's crazy. You wouldn't think how self-centered people are, man. It's a me kind of world right now. It's insane, dear boy. Because I was raised opposite. I was raised to share, but everybody, that's what makes, everybody different. Everybody's family, everybody comes from a different background. Some people didn't have as much as other people. Some people got more, some people got less. It's unfortunate. When they say that everybody has the equal opportunity, that doesn't mean people have equality. It just means that if you want to go out and work hard and do your shit, you can just like anybody else can. The opportunity's there. You just got to want it. You can't be, you don't get nothing you don't work for. If you don't go out and work, you don't get it. Nobody's just going to come hand you a bunch of money and say, have a great day. Thanks for being my friend. They do, bro. But you know why that is? And I'm guilty of it right now. I'll tell you that right now. I'm guilty of it. My friend's kid, gets pretty much whatever she wants. I'm like, that's not good. There's going to be a point in her life when she's not going to get what she wants and she's going to throw a fucking temper tantrum. I said, what's going to happen when, she doesn't get the promotion and the other person does? Is she going to go off the handle and throw all of her shit all over the office and break shit or what? You don't know how these kids are going to react, man. It's fucking hilarious to your boy. People are funny. People are hell of emotional, bro. Now, my generation is, we just figure out what pushes your button, and we just keep doing it. We just don't stop. We just keep pushing that button, boy. But I try to not be like that. I try not to be like that. But yeah, I like to play around. I like to horseplay around a little bit, but I don't like to get it crack into where people start taking it personal and stuff. Yep. That's for sure. Yeah, well, we got next week. It's not the end of the world. We still got plenty of weeks left. Hopefully, this coaching staff can get together, make some adjustments. Hopefully, Getsy can draw up a way better offensive game plan than he drew up this week. Hopefully, we can get somebody in there to run the ball. When we get to the offensive line to do some blocking, we can get the defense to stop the run. We might be in business, boys and girls, ladies and gents. That's what it's going to have to take for us to win. We're going to have to stop the run, and we're going to have to be able to run the ball. You can't go in not winning first down, bro. You got to win first down. You can't go in 2nd and 9 every time. 2nd and 9, 2nd and 9, second and 9. You need like 2nd and 8 minimum. You know, 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6 is even better. But at least 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, you're golden. You know, if you're 2nd and 9, there's not too many plays you can call. You know, 2nd and 7, you could play action. There's a bunch of different stuff you could do. You know, but this guy wants to run a screen every chance he gets. What are you doing? You know, eventually those guys are going to start jumping those screens too, and that's going to turn into a pick 6. Yeah, what he needs to do is he needs to get rid of Getsy, dude. That's the first thing he needs to do. And the offensive line coach. Because the offensive line coach is obviously not teaching the offensive line. Like, that's his job, is to coach these guys up. And the coaching that he's doing is not working. And if it's not working, like I said, dude, they've been working with this coaching staff, this offensive line for months now. 3 months, 4 months, longer than that. Like, come on. There's no excuse. None. Either that or our offensive linemen just suck. And if they suck that fucking bad, we got $40 million sitting on the cap. Go get some offensive fucking linemen then. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I'm hoping he does something, man. I'm hoping he does some kind of change. Because if he don't, it's gonna just keep being like this. It's gonna be a long season. I really thought that with our defense, I thought for sure with our defense being I thought it was going to be as good as it was going to be last year. I thought for sure we would be in all these games. You know, it'd be close games and we'd be able to pull them off. But I guess I was wrong when I was thinking we were going to be winning 11 games. But you know, I don't know. The boy is wrong. I have to eat my crow right now. I was wrong. But hopefully if we only win 9 games, dude, like that's just gonna be bad. Like what? Like that's 1 game better than last year. Like that's not good. And that's not you know, I know everybody's like, oh, I can't wait until we get a year under AP. If we had a whole year, like this is what they were saying last year. Imagine if we had a whole season with AP, what it would have been like. Well, we're seeing what it would be like, because basically this is his 14th game. And it's looking like it's, you know, pretty bad. But hopefully we can pull it together, man. He ran our pirate ship right onto the sandbar, right where Josh McDaniels had it. Somebody needs to stand out there with the sign and it says "Fire AP" right in front of Mark. when these guys are when the fans and the players are the ones that wanted them, and that's why I'm not mad at Mark. Mark just gave them what they wanted, and he knew that. He knew that he could play their scapegoat and be like, "Hey, I just did what you guys wanted. The team wanted them, the fans wanted them. I gave them what they wanted. Why are they mad at me?" And he's right. He only did what they wanted. You let the fans and you let the players decide who's going to be the coach. Awesome. You know, Al's rolling over in his grave right now, right? You know, Al's just fucking. He's not a happy man, I'll tell you that. Someone would have been fired today. I'll tell you that right now. Somebody would have been fired today. I'm not even lying. Someone would have been fired. They would have got their pink slip. They would have been shown the door. And that would be that. Oh, what up, Puffy? What's cracking with you? Or Fluffy? What's this guy talking about? Nah, I'm not a Kamala guy. That might be you, though. Wait, what's this fucking guy talking about? Puppet, what? Mm-hmm. Whatever. I don't know what this guy's talking about. But yeah, anyways. Now who's getting fired? Oh. I don't know. It would probably be Getsy. I would probably be firing Getsy today. I don't know why you're over here. Anyways. What? I don't know what he's trying to say over here. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, definitely I would have fired somebody today before they even made it down the tunnel. But yeah, hopefully these guys get their stuff together because it looks horrible. That looked really bad. That looked almost as bad as the Viking games last year. The Viking game was pretty bad last year. This year, this was bad. I guess we can only go up from here. We can't sink down any further. There's not a worse team in the NFL that could beat us. I'll tell you that. What the hell is this guy talking about? Yeah, they definitely did. They beat the shit out of us. That's what they did do. I don't know. Next week is I think maybe the Steelers or something. 'Cause that's going to be a tough game. Oh no, no audio, huh? All right. Well, that sucks. All right, man. You have a good night. Suck it easy and swallow slow. I know the audio's fine, dude. I'm watching my thing right here. He thinks I'm an idiot, though. Thinks like I don't know and shit. Anyways, but yeah, came in here and kind of. I think he's a Raiders fan. He always be he'd be around Dirty and Loon's channel. I see him once in a while over there. He's always over there trying to bust Ben's balls for some reason. Wait, what? Oh, what the hell is that saying? Yeah, I don't got nothing to laugh about right now. No, I can't read Spanish. No, I can't read Spanish, man. Sorry. But yeah, I speak English. I can read English. Just my font is pretty small. I should figure out how to make my font bigger. I haven't tried to do that yet. I'll get around to it one of these days. So it's hard for me to read what you're saying. But yeah, look, definitely got to get some better play out of Spillane too. He looked horrible today. He was getting thrown around like a rag doll too. It looked pretty bad. The linebackers in general look like crap. The safeties and corners look like crap too. I mean, just like the whole team just like didn't even show up. It was, you know, it was a total meltdown. It was like, let me think. It was like True Noble. You know what I'm saying? It's like Chernobyl. You got a point there. I can't argue with that. Yeah. But yeah, right on for coming by. I think I'm going to call it tonight. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes or so. I'm chilling. Thanks for coming by. Huh? Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't want to get into the whole political thing with Fluffy. He's, if he wants to vote for, you know, team politician, that's fine for me. That's he's got to live with that. I will. I don't really particularly like either one of these politicians, so I'm more team American people than I am team politician. They've turned this thing into like a football game. They turned this thing into like a sport, like a red team and blue team, and I don't care as long as my team wins. You know who's losing when you do this shit? Team America loses. We lose. That's what happens. Everybody's worrying about their team winning. Politicians ain't on your team, fool. Politicians are trying to steal your damn rights. They don't give a shit about you. All they give a shit about is getting in your pocket with more tax money. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. That's for sure. And they ain't going to stop digging in people's pockets. Because that's what they do. That's how the government works. There wouldn't be no government without our money. Or actually our labor. Because that's what they do every time they loan money out is they loan the money out and or they borrow the money from the bank and then we get to pay it back. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. See, your boy don't eat that shelf mayonnaise, bro. That stuff's got all that soy and shit in there. That's why it's able to sit on the shelf for months and weeks and months and possibly even years at a time. Because they use all this soy is in everything and it keeps everything bonded for a long period of time. And it also shrinks up your little fucking nuts and it makes you fucking and it makes you docile. Just like fluoride in the water. Fluoride in the water will make you docile. That's why they put it in the water. They want us content. That's what they've done with convenience. Convenience is the golden handcuffs. That's why nobody wants to stand up and do anything right now. Our forefathers would have never put up with any of this shit. They would have already fucking. The people back then knew they couldn't pull this shit, but they've got us all loaded up on fucking all these fucking drugs that these guys are pissing out into the water, not fucking filtering out, giving us fluoride. Oh, like they give a shit about your teeth. Government don't give a shit about your teeth. They ain't paying. They ain't paying for that shit. They ain't paying their dentist bill. They're giving us fluoride because they ain't got nowhere to dump it, so they give it to us. Fluoride's a chemical. Read the back of your fucking your toothpaste. Your toothpaste container. It says poison. It's got poison control on there if you swallow it. If it wasn't dangerous, you wouldn't need to have poison control number on the back of it. Get yourself some Toms. Same thing with the aluminum in the deodorant. how people are getting Alzheimer's. We ain't getting Capra Dink. Come on, bro. That dude's been out of the league since 20 fucking like 14, bro. That's what, fucking 9 years? Come on, bro. You wowing right now. Capra Dink. Come on now. That's hilarious. I don't know about that. I personally don't like to walk around smelling like ass and body odor. But if you don't want to shower or that's on you. If you think it's a good idea. I guess you could say being an alcoholic's cool if you want. Then you won't have to take any blood thinner, right? I mean, what the fuck? I don't need blood thinners. I just drink alcohol. Fucking clown. What's wrong with you, bro? What you do, Fluffy, is you get yourself they got these filters that you put on your shower head, and it takes the chlorine and the fluoride out and the chloramine out before it hits your body. It'll be good. All right. And if you want to, and go get a big burqa. Go get a big burqa. That's a water cleaner filter thing, and you get it together, and that'll hold like a half a gallon of water, bro. Clean as you can get. It's a few $100. It's a good investment. You never know when you're going to need clean water. You won't have to worry about fluoride or any of that stuff, and you can get your testosterone up and not have to vote for fucking these sissy fucks. Because she was appealing to all you beta men. She said, "Oh, you low testosterone men, you could help us win." She calling you a beta, and you're over there trying to vote for that shit, right to your face. Called you a beta. What, Mikey Raider? Who's that guy? I don't even know who Mikey Raider is. I'm not in the Philippines, fool. I'm not from the Philippines. You out your damn mind. The Philippines. You lost your mind, fool. This guy's funny. Well, that's cool. But yeah, right on, man. I appreciate you coming by, Fluffy. Even though we usually don't get along with each other, but I appreciate you coming by. Hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button if you want. If not, that's cool too. Even tough. Even. I ain't in the Philippines. I don't know why you would think I'm from there. He ain't angry, bro. He just my boy just he's just passionate. He ain't angry. He's just passionate. You know. but it's all right. You know, you guys got your own thing. You got to work it out. I understand, but yeah, that's for you two to work out, man. You guys will work it out one day, you know. But I appreciate you coming by. I'm about to cut out. It's pretty late, pretty early in the morning actually. It's is it really 2:49 in the morning? No, 1:49 in the morning. Yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. It's time to go in and check on my dog. Gotta go check on my boy, make sure he's all right. Right on for coming by. I'll probably be on tomorrow night. And right on for stopping by, everybody. Hitting the like. And all eyes, you have a great night. Fluffy, you have a great morning or a great night. And thanks everybody for coming by. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Later.